Good morning and happy Monday to everyone and everyone who watched cricket as well. If you watch cricket, you must be aware of the fact that India has won cricket after 17 years, and we had on the show Mr. Cricket to talk about the win.
So we'd love if you guys can subscribe to the Lovin Meets podcast wherever you get your podcast from and enjoy the show.
Testing or what? It's been done.
Hello and welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, celebrating India's T20 World Cup victory. We have insights from Mr. Cricket, Anis Sajan, Mr. Anis Sajan, which is very exciting. Welcome to the show, Mr. Anis. How are you? Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Farah. A very good morning to all your listeners. And very happy that the monkeys of the back won this T20 World Cup after winning the inaugural World Cup in 2007.
Wow.
So 17 years is a long time.
Yeah.
And we've played in between 16 IPLs. So the expectations was a lot from the fans, as there's a lot of burden also on the players. So finally, as I said, the monkeys of the back, it must be a relief for the captain Rohit Sharma as well as all the players.
I mean, as you said, of course, 17 years.
Long time in the making. Yeah.
That is true. You know, you must have had a lot of, I would say, practices to reach that. So my first question is, how do you feel about this one?
Well, as a fan or a cricket expert, definitely very happy. Like, we've been waiting for it. I'll just go back 1 year. In 2023, we had a World Cup, which was a 50-over World Cup. And that was played in your own country, in India. We won all the matches. That is 10 matches back-to-back and won convincingly. And in the finals, we were expected to win. It was like we were favorites, clear favorites. And there is where Australia turn up on the finals and pip India at the post.
Okay.
So it was like 1.4 billion hearts broken, and there were tears. Everybody felt that no, we are chokers. We can't win across the final hurdle. So this was so important that immediately a World Cup come, and it showed that India were the right team because they have been playing consistent cricket, good cricket. They won all their matches, and in the final, even though it was a close game, anybody could have won. It could have been South Africa. As an Indian, I'm feeling good now, but I can feel for South African because they also came close. But in the end, we just held our nerves and we won.
No, honestly, it was amazing. And what do you think are some of the, main components or factors that helped you guys with the win?
I'm glad you asked me this question. In 2022, the T20 World Cup was played in Australia.
Okay.
Where in the semi-finals, we were hammered by England by 10 wickets. When you say hammered by England by 10 wickets, in cricketing terms, we were beaten soundly. And at that time, Rohit Sharma, who was the captain that time and currently who is the captain, decided to change the template how we played, because we were playing the fearless type of cricket at that time. When I say fearless, it was a bit of timid type of cricket. From that time onwards, he made a template that we're going to go fearful, go bang bang, not going to worry about the result. And it could be seen till the finals where we were playing that sort of cricket, making sure that we were up against the opposition. And in the final, there were moments where we slowed down, but now that we have won, you can't complain about it.
Yeah, obviously, it's like an incredible win, like regardless of how you
100%.
guys got there. But yeah, definitely. Okay, so then obviously you had a lot of key players contributing to this win, right? Like some maybe favorites of yours, but which ones do you think really, really stood out in this game?
Cricket is a team game. There are 11 players on the field and there are people on the back end who do the help. But like you asked me, who were responsible for winning? I would say all the 11 players, because everybody contributed in some way or the other. Obviously, the man of the match was Virat Kohli, who hadn't scored a run in the whole tournament. He was struggling. He had scored 76 runs in some 8 odd games at a strike rate of less than 100. So there was a lot of expectation. So he's known as India's biggest match player, and he contributed in the finals. People were expecting. And obviously the captain Rohit Sharma, who was smart. But if you have to ask me, one guy who actually was responsible for India winning this World Cup and losing it, or rather, was Bumrah, Jasprit Bumrah, who bowled like a champion throughout the tournament. His economy was less than 4.5. Like in cricketing terms, you can accept this economy of 4.5 in a test cricket. Forget an ODI. So to bowl at that economy was mind-blowing. Only he could have done it. Like we've heard about a show called How to Become a Millionaire. So there is a lifeline.
Okay.
You get lifelines to ask a friend, or there are lifelines. So in Indian, we call him as the lifeline. The captain approaches him and he always delivers.
Wow. Okay.
So of course, like I can imagine how watching the match for sure kept you like on the edge. So what is a moment that you recall kept you like on edge? Like oh my God, like are we gonna lose? Are we gonna win?
We had almost lost the game. We had scored some 177 in 20 overs. South Africa, after 15 overs, were just requiring 13 runs. 30 runs of 30 balls, which is run a ball with 6 wickets in hand. Then comes Hardik Pandya. I'm talking about Hardik Pandya. Why? But this was the same player who was trolled, abused by the fans because of franchise cricket captainship, which he had taken about for Mumbai Indians, replacing the current Indian captain. So the fans didn't like him. Every city he went, he was trolled badly. He came on, bowled the first ball, gets a wicket.
Yes.
And the match turned around because he got that big wicket. And then India never looked back. And I'm afraid South Africa, I don't want to use the word chokers, they succumbed under the pressure.
That's a lot of pressure, but who do you think handled the most pressure in the best way possible in the final?
I will again repeat all the players, but it has to go to the captain because he was calm. We felt he was a little late to get that main bowler, Jasprit Bumrah. But finally, when you win, you forget about what has been done right or wrong. It's the results. We as pundits or fans talk about or go with the emotions after the results. Had India lost, probably I would have been saying here that no, Rohit Sharma brought Bumrah late. Yeah. Or I would say Virat Kohli probably played a touch slow. But in the end, it's the result what decides our expertise, not the process.
Yeah, 100%. Do you feel like there was like a moment in time or like a shift in that game when the fans, including yourself, kind of were like, okay, no, we got this. We got this win?
I would rather put it the other way. There was a moment in the match. After 14 overs, South Africa, who were chasing 177, were around 130. In the 15th over, I as an expert or a fan was wanting Jasprit Bumrah to come. I was talking about the bowler who was bowling superbly. He gave the ball to another spinner who went for 24 runs, which is huge. And at that time, we said the match is done and dusted. But as Almighty would say, he brought Jasprit Bumrah. He didn't get a wicket in that over.
Okay.
He bowled a good over where he conceded just 4 or 5 runs. And then comes Hardik Pandya, whom I was talking about, been trolled. India did play smart at that time. When I say smart, they slowed down the game. The wicketkeeper probably had a niggle, we wouldn't know, but he slowed down the game. So when you slow down the game, because this T20 game is a very fast format, it goes very fast. So when you slow down the momentum, even though it was for 3 minutes, that momentum became slow. And the over which Hardik Pandya bowled, he got the key wicket of Klaasen, who was playing on a different planet. He was like scoring runs at will and almost won the match. And then the match turned around.
Okay. Speaking of that, were there any risky moves that have been done at the game that you think paid off?
Oh yes, that's what I said. Rohit Sharma, after the 2022 loss to England by 10 wickets, had decided that we are going to play fearless cricket. Now there is a thin line between fearless and reckless cricket. Yeah. When it comes out, you say, yeah, wow, they played very good. But if you fold in quickly, like you get out quickly, you will say, what is wrong? They don't know how to play according to the situation. So, as I said, we fans or probably experts talk after the game. But it's the players who have the mantle of expectations. And India is a cricket-loving nation. Cricket-mad nation. Like how in UK football, yesterday England were on the brink of defeat to Slovakia. And in the end, in the last minute, he scored the goal. Had they lost, they would have blamed England didn't play, blah, blah, blah. And this is what happened in this finals. Because India have been coming up to the finals In the last 3 years, they reached 3 finals, but they lost all. So this is something was very important for them to win. And fortunately for both Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, who announced their retirement, that they are going out with a win. So that is something they can never forget. Just like Messi in his last World Cup, he won it for Argentina.
100%. I think there's no better feeling than that. And I think with each kind of like World Cup as well, in this instance, the fans, we saw the reactions. It's amazing. Is there a moment that you think is gonna go down in history? Like, that one viral moment that people will continue to talk about for like years and years to come?
Yes. In the last over, South Africa needed 15 runs to win, rather 16 runs to win. And this form of cricket, 25 runs are also scored. The first ball bowled by Hardik Pandya to David Miller, who is one of the finest finishers of the game. He hit a ball right in the boundary. We all felt it's a 6. And he said, oh my God, it's gone. Somehow, there's a player called Surya Kumar Yadav. He comes up, plucks the catch out of thin air and makes sure he doesn't touch the boundary rope. Because if he touches the boundary rope, it's a 6. Okay. He keeps his nerve, throws the ball outside and then takes the catch. And that is where we won the match. Otherwise, it would have been done and dusted.
Wow, amazing.
So there were many moments, but if I had to pick one moment, Surya Kumar Yadav's catch to dismiss David Miller at the boundary and plucking out a catch which was impossible made India win this match. And probably I'm sorry for South Africa. And I'm saying why sorry for South Africa?
That's okay.
Because they are a country who've been playing cricket now since 1992.
Yeah.
They've come to many semi-finals. This was their first final. There was a lot of expectations from their fans and their cricketers too.
Sure.
And they were literally in tears. And the player who was caught on the last over, David Miller, was in tears after he got out in that time, not even before the match got over.
Yeah.
Literally crying.
It's emotional, definitely.
So we have talked about the win, but who do you think young emerging cricket players from the team you think are going to be the future? Since a lot of players will be retiring and so on.
So as I mentioned, the big boys, the 3 big boys, Rohit Sharma, the captain, Virat Kohli, who's been the main player for Team India for so many years, and Ravindra Jadeja, who's also associated, all retired. There are youngsters in the team like Shivam Dubey, who had a decent tournament. Then Ashdeep Singh, the unsung hero. Why I'm saying? Because he got the highest number of wickets, 17 wickets. And then we have got players like Sanju Samson, who didn't get an opportunity to play in this tournament, as well as Jaiswal. And there were guys who were, as 3 players India had taken as a backup. They also didn't get chance, like Rinku Singh. They were all expected to make the cut, but did not. But there's one guy called Shubman Gill, who is supposed to replace Virat Kohli in this format. And he must be really hoping that he carry on his legacy of this great player, Virat Kohli.
Absolutely.
Well, I would like to say congratulations again.
Yeah. And thank you so much for joining us. Honestly, I feel like I could listen to talk about this for hours. Your passion is incredible for the game.
I mean, we can feel it. It's like...
Definitely.
For sure, which is why, initially I told you, I would want everyone who's watching us to listen to all of this. But thank you so much for joining us.
The pleasure is all mine. Thank you to Lovin Dubai for inviting me. You know what? I had to travel today. But I said when it comes to cricket is my passion. I eat, breathe and sleep cricket.
Yeah.
So I'm flying tomorrow morning.
Thank
you very much to you guys.
Thank you, of course.
Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Sajan. And thank you so much, Renim, for joining me today. And thank you all. Tune us tomorrow, same time, same place.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.